Liverpool as a city is, first of all, its foundations are socialist. You can feel that when you go there. There's a collective consciousness there that I don't really feel like in London, because it's not London's fault. It's just there's so many people, and I love London, and I think there's so many things that London has that Liverpool doesn't have, because Liverpool is quite tiny. But Liverpool has always identified itself as not even being English, that they're like their own entity. And they've gone through so much, even like, you know, Thatcher trying to dismantle them, the likes of Hillsborough. There's been so much trauma in that city that's almost just like, they've got this undeniable energy in this fight. And I really feel like I've been so inspired, like, from that, and like living in Liverpool and seeing how they react to certain things. And it's interesting because after October 7th, I joined a organisation called Scousers for Palestine, and I've worked with them quite closely over the years. And pretty soon after, we wanted to host a screening of one of my favourite documentaries called Three Broken Cameras. And in Liverpool, we wanted to go to artistic institutions, like quite critically acclaimed, and nobody wanted to screen it. And what we ended up doing is going and screening in a grassroots club. And it's like, but those are the obvious people. That's the obvious answer and the obvious option that would screen something like that. We didn't want it to go there. We screened at District, which is one of the only Black-owned clubs in Liverpool, which is actually where Girls Don't Sink did our first ever event. And it's like, obviously we'd screen it there, but we wanted to take it into those spaces that a story like this and a film like this needed to be in. And I found that really difficult at the time, having to deal with that and having to see Liverpool as a city really kind of come together for the likes of, you know, what was happening in Ukraine, but this disassociation with what was happening in Palestine, you know, these kind of more critically acclaimed venues and art institutions, they didn't want to know.
You're in the Steez factory now.